Holy fucking shit. So I just woke up and it was nice knowing you, Pendulums. That's all I've got to say. Like, holy fuck, Konami just said, you guys know what? The potential is best to summon 5 of you guys from the fucking extra deck while you can only make one extra deck monster. You know what? We're sorry, game. Just fucking kill them all. They're dead. I wish I had a pendulum monster right now to rip up for you guys, but I was too fucking lazy to look for one because it's fucking early as fuck in the morning. But Jesus fucking Christ, they actually did it. They got fucked the worst out of any potential game mechanic could have. Now you have to pendulum summon to the extra deck zone face up. So if it's in the extra deck, it has to be pendulum summon to the extra deck monster zone. And you can still pendulum summon from your hand all you fucking want. They go to the other monster zones, but Jesus, so bad. So, well, pendulums are dead. So let's talk about the other more important things here. The master rules will be down below that we have gotten from this so far. There's nothing real spicy to mention outside of that. But I still wanted to make a video talking about, I guess, the potential behind this. So now this essentially confirms what we said. Obviously, Ultimate Offering is still banned, so the other few cheeky mechanics that could essentially get around this, obviously the gadgets being able to Ultimate Offering spam, Link Monster, Link Monster, Link Monster, that does not live. Like, that is not potentially a thing right now. And the other thing that you have to ask yourself about, without having a meat shield of pendulum monsters now when you're looking at this mechanic, you're like, well, we're going to have to actually go back and learn how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. I'm going to make a top 10, maybe a top 5 video at some point about the decks that I was thinking. I was actually kind of really looking forward to Zephyra, with the potentiality of them to be decent. Now Gamatron is nearly fucking impossible to achieve actually resolving himself as a boss monster, which, hard feelings. Shit happens. It's the way the game works. The overall potential for gadgets actually doesn't seem too bad. We actually have the symphonic engine, so we can pendulum summon out the entire fucking crew. The gold and silver do not seem, in terms of Therio, I like them. I don't know if I want to max out on them. I think if you go down that dark corridor, I think 2 of each would be fine. TCG doesn't necessarily have Pot of Avarice, so Pot could come back at this point, honestly. I don't see why we're going into... It's pretty apparent, and I know people are still fucking disregarding this, but we are going into a slower format. To every person that doesn't understand that, please just quit this game right now. It's not going to be slow the whole fucking time, but I guarantee you the first 3 months, August, September, October, are going to be much fucking slower than we've already have established now. And I figure that's pretty fucking apparent when you're looking at this. They essentially ass-fucked every fucking potential that we could have. Now, if Shriek comes back to one on this fucking list, oh my god, fucking Necros and Blue Eyes, Lightsworn, Water. Obviously Konami is going to say, well, we're not going to make money off of old decks, so might not be a thing, but I mean, if you don't have max rarity water just laying around, at least for the beginning of the set, go pick that shit up. Go buy it. People have started to pick up Valks already because of this announcement. I expect that card to start going up in price, unfortunately. There's not a lot of potential of things. Obviously, as things stand, if we entered into this format tomorrow, Infernoids would be one of the stupidest fucking decks in the format. I almost feel like Peleas would be one of the stupidest as well. And I think the interesting part of this format is going to be, we do have Pot of Desires as an actual fucking card in this game now. So when we're entering into this potential slower format, no, there is no diarrhea. I don't care what people say. I don't see it right now. The only diarrhea it's going to be coming is when fucking, if lawn mowing's still fucking around, dropping fucking Deviatis off at the pool. Same thing with Ana Trash. So obviously Maxi inherently becomes a terrible card. But it's, oh my god. They fucked Pendulums. Like I said, I just woke up. It's processing, like, the red gadget in my hand is going, yay, we can be playable again. And then you look over and you're like, but water. And then you look over again, you're like, but more water. Oh man, I'm actually kind of excited for water. Like, you guys, I look like a mad scientist right now. Actually, I'm super excited for water. Water is one of my favorite decks in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Hell, even Gear might be playable under the standard fucking Gear. Granted, like, you're not going to be able to do, like, the spam shit, but, being able to infinitely float monsters while pseudo-producing a boss monster to you is truly what I think this is going to be. Beatrice is going to be one hell of a card. So bear that in mind as well. Obviously, you can say that you have access to like 50 quadrillion Dantes. Oh, okay. Like, what does it matter though? If I answer your one Beatrice and your one Pilgrim, then technically what happens? And then the other thing that we have in this format that is going to just make the potential boss monster thing even more worse is there's a fucking kaiju for that. I've said this 1,000 times over. I will give you a Gamma Seal to take care of your fucking Utopia of the Lightning. Or something stupid like that. I definitely, I think, I like the potential of what they've done. I like where it's going. I don't necessarily feel that the confirmation of the pendulum thing is necessarily a bad thing. Konami knows better than us what they're doing. However, still 6 monster card zones is very real. Blue Eyes has one hell of a fucking engine in its deck. Rogue tier 2 decks are going to have a very tough time fighting off a card that can tag out. And obviously, Necros are still big as fucking shit. So, and Long Long's still a card. But at the end of the day, guys, like, what do you think? As I've said already, the destruction of the pendulum mechanic is a welcome surprise. No, it's not a fucking welcome surprise. Ever since, like, the rumored Ancient Leaf thing, I was happy with how not allowing a pendulum summon turn 1 doesn't seem as bad as what they've done to it. I think Konami inadvertently fucked it even harder than they intended to, or what they did. I almost would rather have that over what they've done, but 3 and spell trap card zones was okay. I like that. And then they're like, well, guys, we're going to take it one step further and just not allow you to do what you're going to do. Also, interesting fun fact I haven't talked about in this video. If you're special summoning a monster not from the extra deck that was from the extra deck, like, I think this gave confirmation to Omega, if it just returns to the field, I can put it in the regular monster zone. Yay! So Omega is confirmed like the best synchro of all fucking time, because that son of a bitch can fucking teleport. Fucking magician, man. So he might just get banned because he creates a potential unsafe abuse of the mechanic because of what he actually is. And I definitely think that Konami is aware of that, and they're probably going to do something about that. Cyframe is going to be confirmed fucking tier 1 if Omega runs around at the maximum number that he is here. So, just something else interesting to take note of in that regard, that the potential to abuse that little fucker is there. And I'm definitely not looking forward to that, to be honest with you guys. It's going to be some fucking raw-ass bullshit. So, I'm going to end this video on this thought, guys. R.I.P. Pendulums. What do you guys think are going to be the best acts with what we currently have? And we're going to shit out a top video sometime in the next couple of days after my Zoodek profile tomorrow. Alright guys, deuce. That's not all, folks. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Please check out my Cardfight Vanguard channel, VanCole40. You guys will get an insight on our playtesting sessions. And please check out the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. That way you guys can follow the House of Champions and MCole40 interactions. Please check out MCole Games for all of your guys' trading card game needs. And if you guys enjoyed this content, please check out my Patreon in the description. Every bit helps to the creation of these videos. One step at a time in improvement, and that's the goal of this channel. Alright guys, have a good time, and thanks for watching.